QFS News Present. Global Economic Reset in 2024. The panorama of the global economic reset presents challenges in 2024, marked by a series of events that must be neutralized to execute the economic reset expected this year. The main challenges will be named below: the war in Ukraine and its repercussions. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, a series of disruptions have been generated in global stability and global supply chains, which has driven up energy and food prices, increasing inflation around the world. Furthermore, the war has generated increased uncertainty and volatility in financial markets. Russia's actions have been condemned by the international community, and the country has been subject to extensive economic sanctions by the United States, the European Union and their allies. However, Russia continues to be a relevant actor in global stability due to its foreign policy and its nuclear potential. Rising inflation around the world. Inflation has reached levels not seen in decades in many countries, eroding household purchasing power and putting pressure on central banks to raise interest rates. Measures to combat inflation could slow economic growth and increase the risk of a recession. The economic slowdown in China. The Chinese economy, the second largest in the world, is slowing due to a number of factors, such as the government's structural policy, the technological challenge with the United States, and the weakening of the real estate sector. China's slowdown could have a negative impact on the global economy, as China is an important market in the global economic chess game. The risk of a recession in the United States. The U.S. economy, the world's largest, is slowing and there is a growing risk of a recession in 2024. The U.S. Federal Reserve has given mixed signals, with interest rates to combat inflation, so there is no he rules out that it could cool the economy too much and cause a recession. In addition to this, the increase in the United States debt ceiling would generate more fiat money or more treasury bonds to be issued, making non-payment of this debt more likely and the possibility of an economic crash in the first economy world. The conflict in the Middle East between Israelis and Palestinians in the territory of Gaza. Since last October 2023, the conflict between Israel and Palestinian militant groups in Gaza has generated an escalation of violence and instability in the region, leaving more than 35,000 victims to date. The conflict is already having a negative impact on the global economy, as the region is a major producer of oil and gas, as well as being a crucial area in international shipping. The growing tensions between Russia and Europe. Tensions between Russia and Europe have increased significantly since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This has led to mutual economic sanctions, disruptions to energy supplies, and increased military spending on both sides. Rising tensions between Russia and Europe represent another risk, as it could further disrupt supply chains, not to mention the escalation of the conflict that would lead to global chaos. Global de-dollarization driven by BRICS+. The BRICS+ countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa Plus, are working on initiatives to reduce their dependence on the US dollar in international trade. This includes the development of new payment platforms and the use of local currencies in trade between BRICS+ countries. Global de-dollarization could have a significant impact on the global financial system and the U.S. economy, as the U.S. dollar would lose some of its status as a global reserve currency. This could lead to rising interest rates and a slowdown in economic growth in the United States. In this context of uncertainty, governments in the world in general face a difficult challenge, finding a balance between fighting inflation and avoiding a recession. But even more important is guaranteeing peaceful coexistence among the planet's inhabitants. The course of events in the coming days and months will have a significant impact on the global economy and its population. Added to the previous points, the Chinese yuan is increasingly important in international trade, and it is believed that it could become a viable alternative to the US dollar in the near future. The increased use of the yuan could have a very significant impact on the global economy. On the other hand, in recent years, important advances and consensus have been achieved with many sectors at the highest level to carry out the global economic reset and the re-evaluation of numismatic values, implementing a new financial structure and adopting innovative technologies for the benefit of the entire world population. All challenges must be neutralized or brought to a point of low effect. In conclusion, it is important to note that the situation is complex and constantly evolving, and new challenges may arise in the future. Absolutely all actors involved, governments, investors, companies and the general public must be attentive to events and be prepared to adapt to the changing conditions that lie ahead. The outlook for the global economic reset in 2024 is probable and is subject to a series of events that outline the definitive roadmap. Everyone should be prepared to adapt to changing conditions and take steps to mitigate potential risks. QFS News. Subscribe to more content.